up, my little tattletales and tattlemales? Listen, we don't got time to waste. Ryan Coolger needs to sue Bank of America into that ground, and that teller in Atlanta, the manager and the whole branch that publicly humiliated him needs to be fired. I don't care if they black, white, yellow, purple, put them in the ground. Y'all, what am I talking about? If you guys haven't heard, Ryan Coolger was publicly humiliated and arrested. But guess what? I got the 911 call and I got the audio from the dash cam. Y'all, I'm going to give it to you all. But before you listen to it, let me tell y'all something. We need to have a talk about internalized hate. We need to have a talk about anti-blackness. At the same time, we have a talk about racism. But y'all, I don't care if that girl was purple with pink paper polka dots. Everybody in that branch needs to be fired, because you know what? For one, Ryan Coolger got the money and the Hollywood access to really throw his weight around. There's a million other black people that don't, poor, whatever you want to call it, because they just thought he was just a regular ninja walking off the street in a hoodie, a scully, and a face mask. This man had ID. He had his debit card. He inserted it, and he got the note. Y'all, let's get into this. Then meet me after the jump, because we gotta talk. But before we do, listen, let's take a deep breath. And remember, let's support this black-owned business, y'all. Why don't y'all hit the like button, hit the notifications. If you really about that life, subscribe and hit those notifications. You know, let's rack these numbers up. Let's rack these numbers up. If you like the ish I be talking and the way I be talking it, okay, fine. I'll shut up and get to the point. That's why y'all came. Let go. Okay, you guys, let me set the scene for you. This is the note in question that you're going to hear about on the 911 call and then in the video with the cops and whatnot. I need to point out this man came in with wearing a mask, sunglasses. You have to wear a mask everywhere you go. He had on a hoodie and a scully. He was being casual, right? He also was being driven by a chauffeur, and there was a woman who worked for him in the passenger seat who was an actual medical care worker. He was withdrawing $12,000 cash. He came in with his ID. He came in with his bank card that he inserted and put his PIN in, and he also filled out the withdrawal slip for $12,000. On the back of the slip, this was written: "I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account." He said, "Please do the money counting somewhere else. I would like to be discreet." He said, "Please do it somewhere else. I would like to be discreet." Now, the woman told police, this is the teller, that Mr. Coolger kept pointing to the note. And even though he handed her his ID, her stomach started turning, right? On her computer, the withdrawal was flagged as a high-risk transaction. I'll get into that later because she is full of it, because I know what a high-risk transaction is. And she said, "I don't feel comfortable about this transaction." The manager suggested they talk to the customer, but she was worried he might have a gun. So she called 911. She added that as a pregnant woman, I have to protect myself. I have to protect my child. Now let's get into the 911 call. I'm about to play it for y'all right now. And then we're going to get into the actual video audio of the police's body cam. Y'all get ready. And then meet me after the jump so we can discuss.
No, yeah, so I just told my manager I didn't feel comfortable. So he told me to call police while he, I guess, stalls.
What is on the note, ma'am?
It just says I want to withdraw $12,000. Just be discreet.
Is this an actual customer, or are they trying to rob the bank?
They had a debit card and he inserted it. He gave me a California ID, but I was like, okay. I was like, how do you want the cash back? And he's like, just look at the note.
And he had no weapons, correct?
Not that I know of. He just has on black sunshades and a black hat.
Is he a black male, white male?
He's a black male. And every time I ask him like a question, he's like, look at the note.
So, okay.
But he inserted his debit card, and then I asked for his ID. He handed me his ID as a California ID. But I didn't look at his name because I'm just like so shook up. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do. So I just told him, give me one moment. You know, I have to get my manager.
Okay, so none of his information was even verified. Okay. He might just want to be discreet, but I have police around.
Yeah, I mean, he might, but it just seemed weird.
Shout out to the Court Turn Esquire. That's where I got this information. Y'all make sure you follow the Court Turn. Anyway, I agree completely with what he said. And he said the 911 call. The 911 dispatcher even says, so none of his information was even verified. Even if the bank teller was young, easily frightened, simply feeling uncomfortable, fine. Her manager not even verifying or intervening before the 911 call. Y'all, I'm about to show y'all the dash cam, right? We'll play you the audio because you know I don't want to get copyrighted, right? Play y'all the audio, but it's good from the dash cam. It is infuriating. It tells you a lot. And y'all, we got to have a talk about this because I swear, meet me after. I don't care if she purple, yellow, pink, polka dot. Enough of this mess. Enough. If she was not black, I would be calling for her to be fired. And guess what? I still am. Because her playing these dumb games could have gotten that man killed. Now let's get into this footage of the police walking up on him. You see him tense up. You see the fear. You know what I'm talking about. And the fact that she's black don't change nothing. Let's look at this video.
Come this way. Put your hand behind your back. Change it on my back. Got it. Is there any reason y'all doing this, bro? Give me 1 second.
Good job, guys.
What does the male inside have on under a black jacket?
Now, did y'all check that manager while he was being let out, humiliating, talking about some good job, officer? Y'all, listen, we gonna have a talk after this jump, but like the Court Turn Esquire says, they drew not one but two guns on him before Ryan even knew they were present. You saw Ryan tense up when he hears it turning around, but guess what? We also got what happened when he was outside talking to the popo when they had to clear everything up. They handcuffed him, they put him in the back of the car, they literally in the back of the patrol car, and they put his driver, and they put the young woman who is a medical care worker for the family that he pays in cash, they put her in the patrol car too. All separate cars, guns drawn, and this is what the police had to say about the whole incident. Listen to this closely and then meet me after the jump so we can talk some more.
Speaking to them before you make a transaction like that, have you ever had something like this happen?
Have I ever been arrested?
No.
Wait, what?
Listen to what he's saying.
Have you ever?
No, I am listening.
Okay. Have you ever considered speaking to them about what it is you're trying to do prior to doing?
So can I explain something to you, bro?
Yeah.
I went to CVS out here the other day to get a vaccine. I came outside and smelled like with smoke in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? I was getting a vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to fuck around out here, bro. Like, I'm not saying out loud how much money I'm taking up. That's why I'm writing down.
I'm not talking about speaking to somebody like that. I'm saying, hey, can I speak to a manager in an office somewhere? Have you ever considered doing something like that? I'm gonna consider it now that y'all fucking drew guns on me. I was trying to take money out. But up to this point, every Bank of America I ever gone to in my entire fucking life just never happened. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So y'all explaining y'all perspective, right? Yeah. Y'all the ones with guns and vests. You know what I'm saying? What's my perspective? What's my perspective?
I know
at the bank, she never said it was a fucking problem, bro. Like I said, hey, is that gonna be okay with you? She said, yeah. I put my own card in, put my own pin in. She asked to see my ID. I gave it to her. Yeah. And she goes in the back, and I'm waiting for the and then the people keep coming out. Hey, they taking care of you. They taking care of you. Everything's okay. It's taking a little while. Next thing I hear fucking Glocks. Yeah. I hear Glocks getting pulled out. That's what I hear.
You're a Glock.
I hear Glocks getting pulled out from unholstering. Hey, sir, can I talk to you for a minute? You know what I'm saying? So you see my perspective?
Yeah.
So I mean,
how many officers you got on that?
It's not, man.
But when that happened, there were so many people on Twitter talking about, but the teller was black. It can't be racism. That's his fault. He was wearing a mask and sunglasses. You can't be going in. To which I say to everybody, shut the hell up. Esquire got an answer for you. He said, for those saying that the note was weird, I'm not sure how long the bank teller has been employed there, but a large majority of folks fill out bank slips incorrectly. I was a bank teller for years. Most slips I got had to be interpreted because it was a mess. When the cops asked, have you ever had something like this happen before? In this circumstance, it's letting me know the people involved aren't giving him the benefit of the doubt, even though this alleged bank robber has waited several minutes inside the branch. Because the heart of the matter is that any answer to that question doesn't, 1, justify the non-verification of his identity, 2, the handcuffing, 3, nor, if necessary, exculpate Ryan. So yes, the question to me encapsulates that misperception. He gives her withdrawal slip, puts his own debit card in, inserts his own PIN number, which pulls up your account for her. So at this point, the teller should have been able to see his identity. Afterwards, she requests his ID. He gives it. She has enough information to verify this man as an account holder or not. Even without the withdrawal slip, your debit card and PIN number together identifies you if you have an account. He goes on, let's even say that there's an error for some reason that doesn't pull up his account. His identification is from out of state. A lot of fraud happens with people using out of state IDs. Okay. But Ryan, this is all thing, but Ryan said he saw people smoking outside the bank looking across from CVS. He got the feeling that there might be something off. He's a big celebrity in Atlanta, and he didn't want people to know that he was pulling out that type of cash. That's why he wrote his request down on the note. Now, the Esquire, right, says that's exactly why he did not want to verbalize his bank withdrawal request. If someone had heard his verbal request, he could have endangered the bank employee, other customers, and himself in and outside the branch. He goes on to say, in order to circumvent this, he chooses written communication, which, by the way, is exactly what the withdrawal slip is for. I'm not going to police what the teller deems suspicious, but withdrawal slips are literally part of the established process. Anyway, my little tattletales, this story has me heated. And listen, after like the reasonably tacky colorist last week and everything, we need to have a talk about internalized prejudice, racism, how it works in, and also how we gonna get that teller fired. Because let me tell you, even that manager, good job, officer, how do you think they treating the regular guys and women that come in with scullies, with their bonnets on, doing whatever? They were taught, listen, they need to be fired. And we need to stop letting people that look like us give them a pass for literally putting their foots on our neck. And for the people that saying, oh, well, until we clean up our own community, how can we demand? I'll tell you how we demand. Hell yeah, guess what? We can walk and chew gum at the same time. The same way we demanded everybody outside treat us fairly and stop being racist. And yes, we're not stopping demanding that. Y'all gonna have to keep doing that too. It's the same way we're demanding the people inside our community. With the internalized racism, stop with the self-ape, stop being Giselle's, Robin, and half the cast of Real Housewives of Potomac. You know who I am. Those managers at the bank at ATL, that dumb teller to my, I had to do what I had to do, sounding slow to keep my baby safe. The fact that you saw the fact that even with all your money and all your ID and everything, you still gotta walk into a branch in a 3-piece suit looking like Monique said, respectability politics, and even then the police will still come and handcuff you. Y'all, Tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm glad I chased the story down. Make sure you follow the Esquire on Twitter. He be breaking it down. Y'all, I'm sick of this. And listen, if that woman was white, green, yellow, purple, I would want her fired under the ground. And guess what? Just because she black, that don't change anything anymore. It's 2022. Anyone that shows racism, internalized prejudice, anything that harms me as mine, I want you under that jail. And no, I don't give a damn what your complexion is. All right, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. To warn you, if you say anything disrespectful or disrespectfully stupid in my comments, you know I'm either gonna block or drag you. You've been warned. All right. But that said, I really care what you have to hear, what you have to say. Make sure you hit the comment section and like on your way out. All right, bye.